Guys, welcome to Camp Live Chat. Sorry for keeping you guys waiting. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Today I'm here in Melbourne, Australia. Just arrived late last night with TJ. Flew over from New Zealand, from Queenstown, and yeah, pretty stoked to be over here in Melbourne. Going to be spending a few days here exploring the city before we head to Perisher to do some more snowboarding. So we're at Perisher for about 2 weeks, riding, making the most of the end of the Australia snowboard season here. We'll be staying at Jindabyne over by Perisher, so pretty stoked on that. But yeah, for now, here in Melbourne, I've had a bit of explore the city so far. Last night we grabbed a kebab on the way back from the airport, and this morning at like 7 a.m. I picked up my girlfriend Jill from the airport, and we grabbed some breakfast over in St. Kilda. So it's been a bit of Melbourne so far. Staying in a pretty dope Airbnb over here, and yeah, just stoked to be in Melbourne, to be in Australia. So for all you guys in Australia, hopefully I'll get to meet some of you guys either here in Melbourne or in Perisher or possibly Jindabyne. So let me know if you guys are going to be around there. And yeah, on this live chat, just hit me up with any board questions. If you have any questions about Australia, about traveling for snowboarding, or even about New Zealand too, because New Zealand was just an absolutely amazing trip. Had an awesome time in New Zealand, riding at Cardrona mostly. Had one night of night snowboarding at a Cornet, so that video is still coming out for you guys as well. And got to ride tons with David Jones, and yeah, it was so much fun making some videos with David. Riding on his home turf, and yeah, he did an awesome job showing us around. He's yeah, hopefully going to be able to ride lots more with David, and here in New Zealand, hopefully he comes to North America, and hopefully we get to ride just more and more in the future. So that's great. TJ right now, he's out exploring Melbourne somewhere. He's staying at a hostel here in Australia. But we're gonna be linking up soon. Gonna be hanging out and definitely snowboarding more with TJ as well. We'll be together. But yeah, stoked to be here with you guys. Definitely hit me up with any questions you have. Hit me up with a super chat as well if you want to donate to the channel, and it's a great way to get your question answered. And yeah, hit that like button as well to if you want to see more of these videos. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's get to a few questions. What's up, Amanda Lynn? What's up, Pierce? She says, hi guys, I hope Australia lives up to your expectations. NZ was so good. Yeah, I think it will. I feel like it's just gonna be very different everywhere we go. So New Zealand was incredible. The mountains, the views and everything were incredible. I feel like Australia is just gonna be different. Logan says he hopes to get snowboarding season. Definitely, man, make it happen. And Lewis says, come to Mount Hotham next Sunday. All right, well, that's pretty specific. I don't know if we'll be able to make it, but we'll see what happens. All right, we'll see if there's some... So Chloe says, where's David? Yeah, unfortunately, he's still in New Zealand. But yeah, it was awesome. Amazing times riding with David. If you guys are in Cardrona, if you're over in New Zealand, definitely go find him and say hello to the dude. And Mystery Guy wants to know when we're back in Whistler. So I think I'm back in Whistler the 24th of September. Riley says that they live in Melbourne. Awesome. We're going to Mount Buller, which is pretty close here. I don't think we're going to make it out to Mount Buller, unfortunately. It's possible. Random dude says, how's the weather? Yeah, the weather here in Melbourne, it's I think it's like 11 or 12 degrees. Kind of, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of like pouring rain at the moment. But there's been lots of snow down in the snow fields down in Perisher, so it's supposed to be good down there. And Craze Financial says he's a big fan, and I taught him to snowboard. Awesome, man. And Christian, when are you in Perisher? So we're in Perisher from September 10th until the 22nd. Scrim says, any plans to come to Mount Rapeu? No, not this time. It would be great to actually go back to New Zealand, some more riding, but I don't think we're going to be able to fit it in. But New Zealand's going to be on the plans every year from now on. And Ella says, how do you get confident to take a jump and do a 180 360? I think the confidence for jumping, first it comes from like learning the speed, so hitting that jump over and over again, getting really comfortable with the speed. For the 180s and 360s, I think the confidence comes from practicing those tricks outside of the park first. And with the confidence comes from practicing lots of switch riding. So when you're confident with your switch, then you'll have a lot more confidence to go for 180s on jumps. And Adam says that Falls Creek is 4 hours away. Not too far. All right. And Sean says, just flew down to Sydney from the US. You're going to Threadbow. I don't think so, but it's possible. You might. Right now, the plan is Perisher. 14 says, where is TJ? TJ's out in the city somewhere. He's out exploring. I think he's at the beach. And so Willem H says, New Zealand versus Australia. Who wins for best mountains from what you've seen? So I haven't made it down to the mountains here yet. The mountains, I think they're more like just hills, but we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Definitely the views in New Zealand are amongst like the best views I've ever seen. So I feel like New Zealand takes it for the views and scenery, but we'll see how the riding compares. That's what I want to know too. I want to see how that compares. Adam wants to know what TJ's tattoo is like. Yeah, it's like it's kind of like in the Maori art style. So it's got some funky, it's like a funky tribal tattoo. It's pretty cool. It's about as big as my hand, like this. All right, thanks guys. And Faint Vatoa says, are you going to Perisher? Yeah, we're gonna be at Perisher from the 10th to the 23rd or 22nd. Icer71 says, hey Kevin, love following the vids in Cardronia. Awesome, thanks man. Yeah, there's a few more left to come. There's a night riding session that we did at Coronet. That was David. Our last day at Cardrona, that video is coming. And then also a travel vlog coming from Queenstown to Melbourne. So stay tuned for those videos, guys. Ooh, just a quick thing to throw you guys too. If you guys have any tips for packing for a snowboard trip, because I did a video, my last video, it'll be with some tips on how to pack. I'm just curious if you guys have any packing tips, because I've been trying to pack my snowboard bag as light as possible. I think I've got it down pretty well, but if you guys have any advice, that'd be awesome too. Amanda Lynn says, Kevin, can you make a video on some good meals to eat pre-season and during the season? Yeah, for sure. Like some of my stuff, so before riding, I really like oatmeal or smoothies, something that's, fairly heavy and gonna fill me up a bit, not too much, but kind of keep me going through most of the day. So oatmeal, I feel like is really good for that, like a big bowl of oatmeal, maybe with lots of like fruit on it and stuff. And then, or like a big smoothie, I love smoothies. But so stuff like that while I'm riding, I don't eat too much, maybe some snacks, because I feel like if I have like a big meal in the middle of snowboarding, it kind of like zaps my energy a bit. So maybe just some snacks, like I like bringing like Clif bars or maybe some fruit in my pocket or something. And then after I eat again. So I'll do some like veggie sushi or maybe like a veggie burrito. Yeah, just stuff like that. Lots of, ooh, there's a really good ramen place in Whistler that I like to go to. So like, I just like eating, you know, noodles, maybe some soup. I usually eat lots of rice through the winter too, like in like rice and beans and burritos. And then actually potatoes are a big staple as mine too. So doing like potatoes for dinner with some kind of maybe potatoes and broccoli like roasted together. Those are some of my favorites. And Elijah's watching from Adelaide. Awesome. That's what was that, like 6 or 7 hours away from here? Oh, that's a good one too. If any Aussies are watching who have some tips for stuff to do while we're in Melbourne, definitely let me know as well. Because I think, you know, one of the things we want to do is we want to drive the Great Ocean Road. And I know that's not far from here. And I think you can drive it all the way to Adelaide. I don't know if we're gonna do the full drive to Adelaide, but we're definitely gonna do a good chunk, maybe stay somewhere along as well. So if you guys have any advice on stuff we should do here in Melbourne, it would be great to hear. And Braden says, I'm looking for a good board. What would you recommend? I'm riding the Capita Horoscope. I've been loving that board. Check it out, Capita Horoscope. There's some links below too. There's links below every video to where you guys can pick up gear. And if you guys buy any of your gear to help to support the channel, we get like a small commission. So yeah, it's an awesome way to pick up gear if you need it. And Tim Kiddall Park says, what resorts are you hitting in Oz? So far, just Perisher, but that's because we have the so the Epic Pass from Whistler also works at Perisher, so that's the main reason we're going there. Also, we've heard great things about Perisher too. So. And the Snowboard Journey. Hey, what's up, Snowboard Journey? He says, sick vid, sick Kevin, digging that old school coat. Looking forward to your vids. Epic Pass covers Australia, but that flight out though, LOL, that's pretty specific. Yeah, there's the flight out is pretty, it can be expensive. I guess it was, so I think a return flight from Vancouver to LA to New Zealand to Melbourne and then back was around $1,500 Canadian. So it's expensive, but it's not crazy. And Emily says, love your vid so much. You're honestly the best. Thanks so much, Emily. What's up, Ryan C? Nathan's watching from Texas. Yeah, be awesome to as well, guys, to hear where you're watching from. And Rami says, have you heard of the ski mountain named Killington in Vermont? Yeah, I've heard of it. I've actually looked into riding there because I've heard great things about Killington and a few of the places around there, Jay Peak and some of the others up in Vermont. So we're thinking about possibly doing a Northeast USA trip this winter. So looking into that. Ooh. And Adam says 25 new centimeters at Falls Creek today. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, when we were coming through customs, the customs like officer told us how good the powder was. So yeah, we were, you know, whenever you're going through customs, it's always a bit worrying. You know, you don't know if they're gonna let you in or not. And I think he was either a skier or a snowboarder. He was pretty stoked that yeah, you guys have been getting lots of powder here. So looking forward to that. And Emily says, ever going to Jackson Hole in Wyoming? Absolutely. It's on top of my priority list. I want to go to Jackson. I feel like that's it's one of my spots I want to hit. And Jeremy says, hey guys, love the content. Onto the East Coast, let me know if you want somewhere to crash. Thoughts on Capita Spring Break versus Battalion Party Wave? Thanks for the offer, man. Yeah, we'll definitely hit you up, Jeremy. Dude, those are both great boards for powder. Is the Party Wave, is that a powder board? But yeah, both those brands make some really good powder specific boards as well. So I can't say which one's better than the other, but I would check them out. And Wesson818 says, do you plan to go to Mount Buller tomorrow? Would love to, but we're taking a few days off of riding. We did like just tons and tons of snowboarding while we were in New Zealand, and just need a few days to chill out and, you know, experience some other things other than just snowboarding, which would be awesome too. But yeah, I'm gonna take a few days here in Melbourne just to kind of chill, recover, and then get ready for the next session. Faint says that they're coming to Perisher now. Awesome. We'll see you down there. DeLeon says, any plans to come down to Bear Mountain or Mammoth this season? Yeah, I think so. Loved riding at Mammoth last time. We may go back there or possibly hit up Bear. I know that Bear's got the legendary park set up there, so don't exactly know. We'll see how it works out. And David's watching from Houston, Texas, looking to buy some new boots on Black Friday. Know any good deals? Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Like with boots, it's kind of tough. Like you want to get boots that are comfortable to you, but kind of depends on what you're into as well. I like softer boots, so 32 lashed. What else? Even the Burt Otons are a fairly soft boot, sort of mid to soft. But yeah, those are my preferences. But yeah, Black Friday is a good time. Even if you get boots from the previous season, you can get really good deals. And there's not a lot of tech that gets updated from season to season. So if you get some 2018 boots, and you can get really good price. And Sean says, if you want to do something different, go to an AFL game. Thursday or Friday night. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. We'll definitely check that out. For you guys that don't know, the AFL is like Australian. It's like the Australian like rugby rules, right? AFL, Aussie Football League. Dan says, welcome to Oz. Thanks, Dan. Tristan, hey Kev, what board width do you ride? So my board width is just like a standard, just a regular width. My boot size is 10, so I don't need a wide board. But if I had like size 11 or bigger, I'd probably go to a wider board. And Anonymous K says that they're surprised I'm able to stream because of the bad internet here. Yeah, it's been pretty good. The phone plan was cheap as well. Nathan says, I'm planning a snowboard trip to Whistler in the winter. Any tips on keeping it cheap? And what should I hit up? Cheapest way to hit up Whistler, probably to try to buy some tickets in advance. I think you can buy like a 5-pack, or I'm not even sure what they call them anymore, but you can buy like a pack of tickets in advance and you get them for slightly cheaper. And then also you can try to stay, hotels are pretty expensive, but if you can stay at the Whistler, some of the Whistler hostels, those are probably the cheapest way to do it. And then while you're in Whistler too, don't spend too much money like out partying or at the bar or anything. Kind of save your money. Maybe just, eat where the locals eat, and then yeah, just spend most of your time riding. And if you get to bring the food up on the mountain so that you're not spending a ton of money up on the mountain on food. So those are some ways to do Whistler cheap. And Kareem says, are you coming to Aussie? I'm here. Yeah, it's my first day, or I guess second day in Melbourne now. And yeah, we'll be riding snowboarding on the 10th until the 22nd in Perisher. Cole says, Utah can have some really good snow sometime. Absolutely, yeah, Utah looks incredible as well. Josh Lamb says I should go to the Thursday night game. All right. Yo, Adam Bad Riders. Hey, Kev, when are we catching up? Yeah, Adam, I've been thinking about it, man. And maybe hit me up on Instagram with the team. And then we can make some plans. Let's do it. Arnold, hey Kevin, the 2018 Burton name dropper. What are your thoughts on the board? Not too many thoughts. Haven't had a chance to ride that board yet. Sorry, man. But yeah, I'm picking up the Burton Deep Thinker. So, man, yeah, Burton makes some plans. I'll have to look more into that board. Maybe ask us on the next live chat. TJ will definitely know about the name dropper, so maybe save that one for him. And we got the first super chat from Liam Mangs, $2.99 Australian. Awesome, thanks Liam. And he says, hey Kevin, hit me up for a Melb's hang. Awesome, thanks Liam. Yeah, well for sure, man. Yeah, or if you can, DM me on Instagram. That's like a good way to get a hold of me. And if you guys need me to follow you on Instagram, just tag me in like a photo of whatever, something snowboarding, and then I can follow you guys back. And Adam Bad Riders, $5.99 Australian. Kev, when are we catching up? Yeah, Adam, DM me, man. Let's make some plans. Thank you guys for the super chats. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate the support. And sorry if I missed anybody's comment or question. Gonna get to as many as possible, but yeah, some of these just slip through. Billy says, just purchased the Deep Thinker and I'm loving it. See you guys at Perisher. Awesome. Yeah, sick, man. One of my favorite things about snowboarding in New Zealand was how many like fans of the channel we met. Just about every day that we were riding, we were meeting people. And yeah, it was so cool. It was so much fun, like talking to everyone, hearing about where they're from. Most people bought the snowboard they were riding because of a review that TJ did. That was pretty awesome. And so many people, yeah, saying that they watched the videos to learn a trick or to get into snowboarding. So yeah, shout out to everyone that we met in New Zealand. It was amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to meet everyone here in Australia as well. So that's been the highlight of my trip so far. Just meeting everyone that watches the channel. It's been the best. All right. So a couple more super chats. Callum Riley with the $2.99 Australian. Thanks, Callum. And he says, do a meetup in Perisher. All right, yeah, 100%. We'll do a meetup in Perisher for sure, man. If you have any places that you think would be ideal for meetup as well, like let me know too, because usually what we do is once we get to Perisher, we try to a resort, we try to figure out where the best place would be to do a meetup. So if you have any recommendations, maybe like a square or like wherever is kind of like an easy place to just for everyone to find each other, yeah, let me know, man. And Icer71 with the £2 for chat. Thanks so much. And come to Scotland fund. Awesome, thanks. Still working on a snowboard trip. Sean Mann says, have you ever been splitboarding? I've done a couple of splitboarding tours, always just rented the gear. So maybe it's something that I would like to get into it more, especially this past season. TJ and I, we did tons of hikes. So I feel like it's something I want to get into. It's a bit of a financial commitment to buy the whole splitboard setup, but this may be the year to do it. So I'm gonna look into it. It's a great way to, for sure, if you're gonna do hikes, to have that splitboard setup. You get up the mountain so much quicker with less effort. So gonna look into it. Just gonna scroll back a little bit. Jasper Ashton with 10 super chat from Australian. Thanks so much, Jasper. And Tristan Mills with the super chat as well, $5 Australian. What's your favorite place in the world that you've been boarding so far? By the way, love your vids and they are always super helpful. Awesome, thanks so much, man, for the super chat. Tristan, yeah, thanks for the help, man. Favorite place so far? It's pretty tough. It's either between, like, Whistler's my home mountain, and that's where I've done snowboarding. So I'll just leave Whistler out of it because Whistler it's incredible. I've rode there so much. I feel like I'm biased. But between Japan and Austria, I would have to say that those are my top two. And there's awesome places just in the European Alps in general, so I don't really know which one's better. I feel like the mountains in Austria are bigger, but the snow in Japan is better. It's really tough. Those are my two top. And Zane Moore says, when will a custom Kilroy video drop after riding David's board? Yeah, so TJ was there riding David's custom Kilroy, and I'm sure the video will get soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that. TJ just dropped a video on his channel, Board Archive, about his insoles. Got picked up some new insoles, so guys, definitely check that out over on Board Archive. But he'll have the custom Kilroy review coming out soon here on Snowboard Pro Camp as well. And Chris Henrik, Chris, my Australia friend, what's up, man? With the $5 Australian super chat, thanks so much. And Chris says, tempted to start the 15-hour drive down to Perisher for the fresh snow. Check out Cocina while you're there. Best Mexican around. All right, awesome, man. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, Chris, if you're around, man, we're gonna be at Perisher the 10th to the 22nd. So yeah, it would be awesome to ride with you, man. Been talking to you on here for so long. It'd be great to meet you. And Santi Marto says, how many hours do you recommend to ride in a day? And how many days in a row? It's really hard to say. You know, you want to give yourself time to rest after hard riding. So it always depends. It depends on the snow. It depends on the conditions. Depends on what you're riding. So I don't know. It's a pretty personal question. But I would say, I guess if you're like getting back into snowboarding, or it's like your first trip of the year, maybe the first day do like a half day, and then after that, you know, build it up a bit more after that. But if you go straight into it too hard, your legs are gonna get sore because they're not used to doing all those kinds of movements. So yeah, just ease your way into it. Now that we've been riding so much and pretty much year round, I feel like there's not really any, it doesn't take me very long to get back into snowboarding, but we were doing like 4-hour days and probably rode 5 days in a row. Then we took one off and then rode a bunch more. So yeah, it kind of depends though. And Ziggy Pro 1 says, Will here, should I get a Burton Custom or a Gucci Pro Camber? Oh, wow. Two really good boards. I don't know. I think TJ would say the Gucci Pro Camber. I like the Gucci Pro. And we got a few more super chats. So SH with 99 Canadian super chat. Thanks so much for the support. And SH says, hey, why do you always look like you're high? I'm just squinting because I'm facing the sun. The only stimulants I'm having is coffee. So yeah, drink some coffee once in a while. Nothing else. If I was high, I definitely wouldn't be getting these snowboard videos out for you guys. I'd probably be playing video games or something. And Emily Davison says, ever been to Niseko in Japan? I think you mean Niseko. No, never been, but I think we're probably gonna hit up Niseko, possibly the Hakuba Valley again. That was an amazing place to visit. If you guys go to the Hakuba Valley, check out the Ryokan Gozu. So that's the place that we stayed. It's like a really Japanese style hostel. Super friendly people there. Mike is the owner. And if you call them and you mention Snowboard Pro Camp, they've actually got a discount for Snowboard Pro Camp subscribers. Definitely check that out as well. The Ryokan Gozu in Hakuba Valley. And with $5 Australian super chat, thanks Kareem. And he says, thou shalt come to Buller on Monday. That is all. You guys rock. Thanks for all the great help. Awesome comment, man. Love it. Oh, damn, that's tempting. It's tempting. I think we're taking a few days here in Melbourne, but I know that Mount Buller is not too far away. Maybe we will just drive it to Mount Buller for a day. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know if we do. And Michael says, hey, Kevin, love your vids. Your teaching technique is awesome. Just wondering if you're going to Mount Buller while you're in Melbourne. Cheers. We may make it out for the day. I'm not sure, not too sure. There's good coffee in Melbourne, that's right. Okay, second, guys, is to quickly show you guys around our place in Melbourne. And I also need to grab the charger for my phone. But yeah, we picked up an air. So this is the living room. Got the snowboard out. Got a few snacks down here. Try to go with the Australian snacks, but I don't know if there's too Australian. Got a kebab last night for dinner. That was pretty awesome. Unpacking my snowboard gear. It's kind of a mess at the moment. I think my phone charger's around here somewhere. Here it is. All right, guys, just gonna plug in my phone. Grab my wire. Sorry guys, just gonna plug this in. Sweet. All right. Chris Henrik says, look how good the Australian mobile network is. He's inside the building and only dropping half the frames. Nice. All right, just gonna go back. Adam Boswell says, heaps of vegans in Melbourne with a pukey face. Yeah, so we hit up a vegan breakfast spot this morning. It was awesome. I got some, man, vegan food is just like normal food. I got pancakes. There's like banana chocolate pancakes with some berries. This is normal stuff, I swear, I promise. They also had bacon and eggs too, but the eggs were tofu. I don't know if you guys can handle that, but. And Snowboard Life 14 says, I'm turning 18 next year. What's better, Whistler or New Zealand? Well, Whistler's definitely better just because it's way bigger. But the cool thing is that they're the opposite season, so you don't have to pick. You can do both. So when it's winter in Whistler, then you can, after that's done, you can come down to the winter in New Zealand. You can have the best of both worlds. But if you don't want to miss out and you like summer, you know, if you're gonna do 1 year of winter and summer, yeah, Whistler's just better because it's bigger. But I was really impressed. I could definitely, if I was stuck in New Zealand, I'd be really happy. The snowboarding there is awesome. Yo, CJ Explored, what's up, man? Good to see you back on here. Says, what's up, everyone? Still sweating out these 100-degree days at the lake in Texas. Wow, dude, that's hot. And Santi Marto says, please come to Ushuaia. I can't say that one. Ushuaia, Argentina. Hope you guys come. Yeah, maybe next year. Actually, definitely next year we're gonna make some trips. When it's time to come down south, we'll also hit up some Argentina and Chile for sure. And Osvaldo with the 199 super chat. Thanks, Osvaldo. Whistler or Colorado? Which one do you like better? Gotta go with Whistler again, even though Colorado is amazing. Great parks. Cool thing with Colorado too is there's just like tons of mountains to choose from, but I would say again, just like Whistler's bigger, the Alpine is bigger. There's more. I think the tree riding is better. But Colorado is amazing too. There's definitely some better things about Colorado. One cool thing about Whistler too is it's got the village. So when you're in Whistler, you really feel like you're in like a ski town, where Colorado feels more like you're in like a normal towns, which is actually kind of nice too. If I had to pick maybe one place I had to live, Colorado may be a bit more friendly to somebody who wants to like move to the mountains. Colorado is probably less expensive and more options, where Whistler, you know, it's that small valley and you're in the ski town, and they don't like you building or tearing trees down too much to build houses. So it's both, there's pros and cons to both, but I think Whistler is better for just overall. Jay says, hey Kevin, I found myself skidding a lot on my heel edge. What should I do to fix this problem? Please advise. Jason, I actually just made a video about that too. I haven't, it's not ready to go up on the channel yet. But so if you're skidding on your heels, there's a couple of reasons that's happening. One reason is, or that it could be happening, one reason could be that you're coming into the heels with too much speed. So think about when you're on your toes, spraying some snow out the side and control your speed a bit more on your toes. Then when you come around to your heels, you're not gonna have so much speed and you'll be more control over your edge, and you won't get that skidding. One thing you can do as well is try to move your high back forward. So if your high back right now is at 0, straight up and down, try moving it to like a 4, like a 3 or 4, and that'll give you some more stability on your heels. And what else? Yeah, also a typical thing for snowboarders is that they don't like spending as much time on their toes as they do on their heels. So if you find yourself that your heel turn is bigger than your toes, maybe like counting your head to 3, and that'll like even the size of your turns out. So you want your heel turn and toe turn to be the same size. So try those things, man. But if that doesn't work, I have a video coming out on that problem soon, so stay tuned. And Valen Press, hey Kevin, any chance I can meet you? Absolutely. Where's a good spot to meet? Rami says, when did you start snowboarding? So I've been snowboarding since I was about 15, and I got into it through my high school. There was like a weekly like ski and snowboard, not team, but it was just a club, a ski and snowboard club. We'd go every Tuesday, and started off skiing, and then when I saw some people doing snowboarding, then I tried snowboarding instead. I got one of my friends from class to teach me, and I've been just hooked ever since. And Bernice says, where are you staying in Melbourne? So I think the area we're staying in is called South Yarra, I think. And Sean says, will you be in Whistler at Christmas? Yeah, definitely. I think I will be. Chris Henrik, if you want that Alpine Town experience, see if you can make it to Threadbow. It's on the same mountain. Okay, very cool. We'll check it out. Lots of people saying to come to Mount Buller. Who do you prefer, TJ or David Jones? I'll answer that. And Luke Wilmink says, hey Kevin, have you ever been to Perfect North in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and also good first board for beginners? I've never been there. We'll have to look that spot up, but a good beginner board I think is a board that you don't spend too much money on. So between $300 and $400 American. I would go for like something that's either flat camber or regular camber, with a little bit of rocker on the nose and tail. Helps to make it a bit catch free. And you also want to get a board. I feel like it kind of depends on where you want to take your riding. I think it's not too stiff, just like a medium flex is a good first board. But I'd say the key is that you don't spend too much money on your first board, just because you ding it up, and then after you start to ride a bit more, you're gonna find like which way you want to take your riding. And then your second board, you can sort of buy like a park board if you want to do more park. You can buy an all mountain board if you want to do all mountain riding. So first board, don't spend too much money. Yeah, regular camber with some rocker in the nose and tail to make it a bit more catch free. And yeah, what else? I think that's it. Should be good. Snowboard 15 says, what time is it there? Because I gotta go. Good luck. Drive safe. Oh, drive safe. Yeah. So it is. What time is it here? It's like 1:40 p.m. So yeah, the times are all up. I missed a live chat last week because not only is it a different time here, but it's a different day. So today it's Saturday. So it's Friday back in North America where I usually do live chat. And if I had done the live chat today at the normal time, it would have been like first thing in the morning, and I was picking up Jill. So yeah, zones are all messed up over here. Awesome, guys. Marco Figuero with the super chat, $1.99. Thanks so much, Marco. Marco says, glad you guys made it. Sick night session. Awesome, thanks. Yeah, that was, so David Jones actually already has his version of the night session up on his channel. So yeah, definitely go check out David Jones. He's making awesome snowboard videos from New Zealand. Awesome, guys. Another super chat from Valen Perez, Australian, $2. Thanks so much, Valen. And Valen, so I can meet up. Valen, so tag me on Instagram, and then I can follow you back, and then maybe we'll do a Melbourne meetup. That'd be cool, man. SH, for how much would you throw your hat over the balcony? There's no amount of money. Actually, yeah, I'll do it for 50 bucks. I'm not going to, but I'll totally do it for 50 bucks. Lori Fleming, what's your favorite part about riding New Zealand? Lots of things. Like the scenery and the views. I know I've said it a bunch, but they were incredible. So you're in such a beautiful place. The parks and the free riding were also really good. It was very different from anywhere else I've ridden because there's no trees. So yeah, the terrain was just really fun. And then the people too. Everyone's so friendly. Meeting all the fans of the channel. So those are some of my favorite parts of New Zealand. And the food too. The food there was awesome. We found this place in Queenstown called Bespoke, and it was an awesome. It had like half vegan, half like regular food. So had something for me and TJ there. And yeah, so I love the cafes, love the people. The animals, there's like tons of animals that we would see through the mountains. It's like deer and sheep and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it was just cool. It was just overall, even visiting Wanaka was awesome. Going to the movie theater, very, very unique experience. And yeah, just overall. All right, guys. SH 549 Canadian. How much would you throw your hat over? I told you, man, 50 bucks. And Board Archive, TJ is watching as well. Hello from Melbourne. Yeah, guys, so yeah, TJ will be back in the video soon. All right, guys, I think we're going to do a couple more questions, then might have to cruise. Crow Bites with the $5 Australian super chat. Thanks so much, man. And Crow Bites says, enjoy here. Glad you can make it. Awesome. Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks so much for the support with the $5 Australian. And yeah, gonna definitely just enjoy as much of Melbourne as possible. Looks incredible. One thing I noticed about when I arrive in Australia is the birds. The birds are just like chirping like crazy. So that's one of the things that I love about Australia is like the animals here, the birds, even all the insects and spiders and snakes. All that stuff is pretty fun. And Jose Bautista, or is it Jose? Jose Bautista says, with the £5 super chat. Thanks, Jose. Veggie Pie Funds, hope to see you guys when you get back to the States. Absolutely, Jose. What part of the States do you live in, man? And yeah, some Aussie pies while we're here too. But yeah, the Aussie kebab is pretty good as well. All right, thank you guys for all the comments. And Peter Saunders says, welcome to Australia. Parachute is going off. Yeah, sick. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, can't wait to get down to Parachute. Yeah, I've been watching on Instagram and on YouTube all the videos and stuff coming out of there. Tons of powder, great snow. So yeah, I don't know exactly what to expect from snowboarding in Australia, but I'm keeping my expectations just moderate. But I think it's going to be great. Bernice Lowe with the $5 Australian super chat. Thanks so much, Bernice. And Wayne McKenzie with the $5.49 Canadian super chat. Thanks, Wayne. Wayne says, have a good one. And Adam Buswell says, Stale killing it. Yeah, it was really cool to see Stale and Gimbal God up on the mountain on the last day. Really cool to see those guys. I've been watching their videos for a few years now. And yeah, they're absolutely killing it. Got to meet Toby Miller actually in Queenstown as well in the parking lot, and Chloe Kim, the Olympic gold medalist. So it was really stoked to meet them. Yeah, it would be great to link up with Toby as well, do some video collabs in the future. I know that he's busy though with his whole like training schedule. So really cool to meet up with those guys, but yeah, they're busy with their training. It'd be awesome to get some do some YouTube stuff with those guys at some point though. And Marco Figueroa, 99 TJ, we need Q&A from Board Archive. Oh, TJ, get on a Board Archive Q&A, man. And it's 11 p.m. in Ontario, Canada. Wow. Yeah, Adam Buswell says, you met Stale. Yeah, met him. Cool dude. Him and Gimbal God, very cool guys. Ooh, Justine says, check out Lord of the Fries while you're in Melbourne. Amazing vegan burgers. Oh, thanks for the tip. Yeah, we need a lunch spot, so maybe we'll head there after this. And James Robinson, what tricks you trying to land this trip? I haven't thought about it too much, but yeah, gonna definitely always pushing it. So maybe we get some 540s around. I would love to be doing those. Get on the 540 train with some medium-sized jumps. Just have fun with it. I feel like once I get there and I'll see the park set up, then that'll inspire the tricks. All right, TJ's out. All right, later, TJ. Thanks for tuning in, man. Awesome, guys. So we're going to end the super chat there. Thank you guys all for tuning in here from Melbourne, Australia. It's been a pretty few travel days, but overall, this trip has been going amazing. Had such a great time in New Zealand snowboarding. Shout out to David Jones. Shout out to TJ and Board Archive. And yeah, stoked to be riding here in Parachute, and definitely going to meet up with some of the locals here. So, yeah, hit me up on Instagram. And I'll see you guys in Parachute as well coming up, and possibly Mount Buller. I know you guys want us to come to Mount Buller. And final, Benny Cave 1 with the $2.99 Australia super chat, and Benny says, "Come to Falls Creek." Awesome. Thanks, Benny. You're a legend. We're gonna do our best. Maybe we're gonna have to do a little resort tour. So many places to hit up. Even when we were in New Zealand as well, there's just too many mountains to go to. Yeah, so thank you guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And yeah, hit us up on Instagram as well if you want to follow our day-to-day stuff. Link below if you guys want to check out the Snowboard ProCamp stickers. Still got some sticker packs left, so if you guys want to get some of those, there's a limited amount. So yeah, check out the stickers below. And also, if you guys are buying any gear, if you do it through the links, I think you have to be in the States, but if you do it through the links below, it helps to support the channel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the live chat on Monday. All right.